So in terms of what you do when you're done with a Keep note, Google Keep uses the same sort of language as Gmail does, in the sense that you can either delete a note or you can archive a note. Now, of course, the meaning is different. When you delete something, it's going to sit in the trash for a little bit, and then it just gone, evaporates, nothing left of it. Whereas when you archive something, it gets out of your way. You're not going to see it anymore, but it still exists in its own little archived folder. I often describe it a bit like putting it in the file folder under your desk. It's out of your way and you don't see it, but it's still there when you do need to go get it. So if I was on my browser or on my phone here and I'm looking at Google Keep and I decide that, hey, I'm done with this important meeting note here, it wasn't actually all that important to begin with, I'm going to get rid of this reminder there, and then I'm going to go ahead and hover on this little archive option. And when I archive that note, it gets out of my way. Like I said, it's gone. Same idea over on my phone here. If I take the note that is a dictated note, I'll hit that one for a sec, I'm going to see the same little archive option over here in the corner. So if I click that guy, it's again going to just archive it for me. So those are, gone, not really gone, but gone. It means that when I come down my list of labels at the very, very bottom, I'm going to see archive and trash. Now, if I did in fact trash something like the second note here, I'll go ahead and click the three little dots and choose to actually delete that one. Means I can come down here, look in the trash, and there's a whole bunch of just junk in here, especially some blank ones, some stuff I wasn't even really using. And it lets me know that these are deleted after 7 days. So email gives you 30 days. I believe Drive does as well, but right now Keep is giving me 7 days, or I can just empty the trash completely if I wanted to. Now, unlike that, if I go to my archive does not delete itself. It's not going anywhere unless I decide to delete it for real. So these two items now, the one that I did from my phone or the one that I did right from here, these are all going to be right there in my archive now. Now, if I got to one of these and realized, uh-oh, that meeting's back on, I can click on that. It does say it's in the archive right now, but if I come to that archive button that I tapped earlier, it now says unarchive. I'm not sure unarchive is a word, but we all know what they mean. If I go ahead and click that guy, then he's going to go back to my demos label and back into my keep notes. In fact, if I just refresh on my phone here, it's going to pop right up. And so there's my important meeting note again. So that is back. If I were to come up my list of labels, of course, and I look at it on the browser, I will also find that there's my important meeting note, and it is also back. So super handy to be able to archive things and get them out of the way, but you can still hunt them down and find them later if you realize that, oops, I actually kind of need that note and I want to bring it back. So big, big, big difference between archiving something and actually deleting something. So you always want to make sure you know which button you're tapping.